Hello, everyone. Brady here. It took me forever to get this thing going, and it says I'm live again. And I don't know. Google Hangouts has been weird. I'm also wearing a tank top this week, so apologies. I'm very hairy. No, I'm not Italian. That's the question I always get. Anyway, hello to everyone. So let's talk some Big Brother tonight. Also, football's back. Can we talk about some football real quick? Eagles and Falcons right now. Currently. Ah, crap. I closed out of the stream, so I would hopefully go. Hello, Ton. Hello, Fume. Sam, welcome. Sam was in here. Grind Squad, early hours, and I like that. So I'm so glad Eagles are back, man. Ton, okay, 3-3. There you go. Sin says, bye-bye, Scotty. Yes, let's get right into it, all right? We've kind of known for most of the week that Scotty was the target. We see it a lot where people get evicted and then they win the battle back and then they just get evicted again. It happens, you know. Matty Mo says, go Rams. Jaden says, I hate that Casey won HOH. So that's the other big thing that happened. So Scotty was evicted. Casey won HOH on tonight's episode. So if you came in just for that information, I hope you stick around. But, I mean, if that's your information and you just want to leave, that's fine. It's actually not fine, man. You gotta stay. You're under arrest. Sorry, cat. Woke the cat up. She's pissed. Anyway, so I thought that there were a lot of intriguing things in this episode of Big Brother. Get off my screen. So the first of which was we saw that JC on past episodes was getting a little weary of Tyler and Angela. And see, Libby says this season was so interesting until it became a steamroll. I'm going to talk about why that's going to change, right? So JC became weary of Tyler and Angela, and Brett is starting to see it too. So Brett knows that JC is paranoid. It's funny because JC and Brett are both playing pretty good games. JC is a very smart dude as far as socially. He is on to Tyler and Angela. And it's funny because Tyler has final twos with JC and Casey. So it's weird for JC knowing that Tyler has a final two with him, but he's hanging out with Angela so much. And Brett even said, you know, he feels like he's intruding when he goes up to the HOH room now. So JC he knows that there's something up between Tyler and Angela, and there obviously is. And Tyler and Angela, honestly, their best move would just to let everyone know at this point that they have a thing, because especially if Tyler could use that to his advantage and say, look, yeah, me and Angela, you know, we're close, but like my final two is what I'm sticking to. And he can say that to the 3 final twos that he's made. And that's what he should do. But trying to keep it a secret is going to push people away. And it's kind of a shame because Tyler's ruining his game right now by trying to keep this relationship a secret, even though everyone in the house knows, right? So I was very impressed that JC and Brett, both of them, had some good gameplay this week. So JC knows that he needs to go after Angela in order to secure Tyler back for that final two. He knows that he's starting to lose Tyler. And so he went to Brett and started saying, hey, what do you think about getting Angela out? And Brett, for another reason, wants Angela out. So he's in with the plan. So they're going to flip sooner rather than later, which makes Casey being HOH very, very interesting. So the main reason, the main thing that I thought was amazing, and I really haven't seen this implemented ever. Brett had Scotty outside on his own, just chatting, playing pool. And Brett decided to ask Scotty, get some information about other people that are in the jury house, about Rockstar and Bailey. And he got information from him. This is information that nobody else in the house is going to get, you know? So Brett found out that Rockstar and Bailey both dislike Angela more than they do Brett. And Brett thought that he had kind of pissed those two off beyond repair. And I don't think Scotty hates Brett all that much. Scotty hates Tyler and Angela. So Brett figured, hey, if I can be the one to send Angela home, or if they realize that I'm the reason to send her home, I don't necessarily have to be HOH, then all of a sudden that's 3 votes for me at the end. Brett's already thinking long-term, and he seems to be the only person that's thinking actual jury votes so far. People are thinking long-term of how do I get to the final 3, final 2? But people aren't thinking about how am I going to get those votes once I get there. And for that reason, I think Brett's playing a fantastic game. And so, Libby, in that fact, I think this week we've got Casey as HOH, right? And I love the fact that Casey won HOH. First, I like to see everyone get an HOH. I like to see everyone compete, especially since Casey is a good physical threat. She just hasn't been able to get something done. She beat Brett out barely in the HOH competition. That would have been a really good job for Brett if he could have sent Angela home. Brett would have been the power player for the rest of the game. But Casey won HOH. So here's what's interesting. Casey has a final 2 with Tyler. But if JC and Brett flip and JC tells Casey that he had a final 2 with Tyler, that Tyler approached him about a final 2, and Casey reveals that her and Tyler had a final 2, we could see Tyler going home next week, which did not seem fathomable just a week ago. So there are things that are going to start coming out of the closet because all of a sudden Tyler had all of this good juju going on. And I think JC and Brett, they can pull Sam. I think Sam or Haley, probably Haley, probably closer to Haley because Haley will be pissed off at Tyler. So Brett and JC can definitely pull in Haley. And then they just have to convince Rockstar to put up, Brett and Tyler and Angela, or I don't know why they were thinking putting up Sam and Haley was a good idea, and then backdooring. Don't go for a backdoor at this point in the game. You have to just put up 2 people. That way you guarantee they go home. Make your big move. If you're going to flip all the way. Put up Tyler and Angela. Send one of them home. Draw a line in the sand, and then take your chances. If you're Brett and JC and Casey, you now know that going into the next week, it will be Tyler and probably Sam against the rest of the house. And Sam is not really a threat for winning comps. And so really, I mean, I would take those odds. If I was Brett and JC, I'd say, you know what, man, we just got to win the next HOH. We got to send Tyler home. And that's all you really do. Since I don't think Casey will believe JC about Tyler, I think she will with how things have been flipping. And I mean, she might not. But Tyler seems to not have his head in the game as much as he did. And his conversations seem much more phony, much less genuine than they did before. That's the way they come across when he's talking now. Like when he's talking with JC, JC's like, I know something's going on. And Tyler's like, oh my God, he's stuttering over his words. Same thing when Haley was asking him, oh, am I the target or is Scotty the target? And Tyler, even though he knew Scotty was the target, it just didn't seem convincing when he told Haley. It seemed like he was lying. That's what made Haley uneasy. Charles asked, did Scotty go home? Yes, Scotty went home by unanimous vote, 5-0. And the jury messages were pretty boring. Speaking of Scotty, though, Fume, Angela was the worst thing for Tyler. I agree. And so I got to say, and sorry about my eyes. They're like super dry. I should put in a contact solution. Actually, I'll do that while I'm talking. Sorry if you guys don't want to watch me put eye drops in. But all right. So anyway, Scotty, with his speech before he got evicted, Scotty literally dropped one of the most savage lines in the history of Big Brother. His line was, let me see if I can get it word for it. His line was, you know how to make the right decision, and if you don't make the right decision, then you can blow me. Except for Tyler, because he's been getting blown enough, and they had to censor it. Wow. Or it was yeah, if you make the wrong decision, you can blow me, except Tyler, because he's been getting enough of that, and then it got censored. So I think he said he's gotten enough of that from Angela. So, interesting. Yeah, man. Tank top Brady, says Fume. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get skinny enough to where I can wear tank tops on a regular basis and not look like a weirdo. Because I was so fat before that wearing tank tops was weird. And I also, this line's way down, man. It's weird. Making changes, guys and girls. Anyway, Fume says I like Scotty personally. Yeah, me too. I think Scotty tried making it interesting, and Scotty realized it. What's interesting though is Scotty is going to change the mindset of Bailey and Rockstar a lot. I think Bailey and Rockstar and Scotty going into Scotty coming back into the house really liked Tyler, and now I think they're all going to flip on Tyler. I don't think Tyler has a single vote unless it's somehow Tyler and Angela, because Scotty is going to tell them, apparently the thought is that Tyler just votes with the house. Tyler hasn't made any game moves. And that's what's tough. And Libby says, I don't think the jury will respect Tyler's game. Exactly. You have to remember, they're not watching all the episodes. They don't see the behind-the-scenes stuff going on. They will see the comp wins, which is impressive. But they're thinking that Tyler just goes along with what the house wants, which is in fact the opposite of what's happening, because Tyler has been dictating what the house wants. So yes, he's been going with them, but it's all been his plan, you know? Did you see Scarce transformation? Amazing. No, I didn't actually. I'll look it up. Level 6 is smart, but JC makes me worried, and I think he's too rude sometimes, says Charles. Yeah, he's a little too blunt with the things that he says. Like, you don't just straight up tell Tyler, I'm on to you with him and Angela. When you have a final two with that guy, I just think it's going to make people uneasy. I think you go behind his back and you and you talk to Brett about it. Fume says, say it with me, jury management. Yeah, so right now, I mean, the jury, the people that the jury are going to like, they're going to like Haley. They're going to like probably Casey. They're going to like the people that they're not going to like currently, Brett, Tyler, and Angela, right? So my God, I could see Haley being Haley or Sam. Let's be honest. Next week is a double eviction. That was announced at the end of the show. Next week, Haley or Sam is going to be the second person evicted. If the other one is evicted first, then it's just going to happen right back to back. The second person evicted in double eviction is always like just a throwaway person. It's the Judd of the group. And I don't know. It's just the easy targets always go in double eviction, which is a shame. How amazing would it be if Casey sent Angela home and then all of a sudden Tyler went home right out the door right after? That'd be insane. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think if they make a big move and they get Angela out this week, if JC and Brett can pull it off and they actually decide to grow a pair and do it, which they should for good TV, if they decide to do that, and especially since you think if they wait, if Brett and JC wait, then you risk it being Brett and JC 2-on-3 against Tyler, Casey, and Angela. You risk it, right? Knowing that you have those other people in the house like Sam and Haley that you can bring over to your side, now's the time to do it, right? I'm curious of Sam's gameplay. She's neither here nor there, but the house is concerned. Yeah, it's odd. If Brett could win the HOH and double eviction and get out Angela, I think they throw him some votes. Exactly. I think Brett is at a spot where the jury wants to like him because of they like his brash gameplay. We saw the same thing with Josh last year. That's why he won. But he's not quite there yet. He needs to make that big move and send out someone the jury doesn't like. He has to send out Angela or Tyler. It has to happen. Fume says, Charles, she's worried about cleaning the house. Yeah, that's true. In all honesty, I had people ask me last year, what would my strategy be going into the house? I'm a very good cook, and I'm pretty good at cleaning up. I'm pretty good at just kind of picking up stuff around the house. Just kind of happens, right? That's how my apartment is. I usually get it really dirty during the week. Stuff just kind of lays around. And then on like Sunday, I'll go around and I'll just clean up the whole apartment because it just makes me feel good to have things clean. Cooking and cleaning in the Big Brother house is such an underrated strategy, because if you are cooking for people and you're working out with people and doing all those little social activities that people don't think of as real social activities, I mean, look at Kevin just walking around the backyard with people, having all those little conversations. It was great, you know? Did you notice that Derek didn't mention Sam when he's talking about people with a shot at winning? Yeah, I don't think Sam has a shot at winning. I don't think they're going to respect her game. If Sam wins, it will be a real travesty to a good season. It'll be the opposite of BB19. Charles says, in seasons past, the house guest was very good and cooking and cleaning, and he went far. Oh yeah, it was God, someone help me out. Fume says it's kind of working. It's like she's just there. Exactly. Sam is just there. She's cooking and cleaning and just kind of hanging out. And it's a great, great strategy. Think about it, man. If you guys were in a house with a bunch of strangers and one of the strangers was offering, like, they would always cook more food than what they needed and offer you some all the time, isn't that someone you'd want to keep around? Even if you're not saying, you know, no one says out loud, oh, I really want to keep Sam around because she makes me meals. No one's going to say that out loud, but subconsciously, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, it's kind of nice having Sam around. Sam went from America's fave to I don't know. And I love Tyler's hair. Yeah, Tyler's hair is like all poofy and stuff. Tyler made it so obvious too that when JC like almost walked in on him and her, first Angela clumped across the room and JC was able to hear it. And then as soon as JC walked in, Tyler was like sitting up on the bed, like fixing his hair. Like, yeah, obviously, because you've been laying down with Angela in bed. Like, my God, so obvious. Children. But yeah. Anyway, I really want to go watch some football. And I don't know if it's halftime or what. But yeah, football is on. Tomorrow's Friday. It's a good day. We had a 3-day weekend last week, and I kind of don't like the 3-day weekends. It messes my sleep schedule up. Please tweet at me at Visoki Tweets, just like our Visoki Entertainment, but it's Visoki Tweets, all one word, on the Twitters. I'm going to give you guys a fantasy football update starting in the middle of the week, probably every week. And if someone beats me at fantasy in that given week, I will invite them on the show. It's an open invite to whoever wins. I can't remember who am I facing week 1. Ton, am I facing you week 1? I think I might be. 6-3 Atlanta. Interesting. I have Devontae Freeman in a couple leagues, so I'm hoping he does well. Anyway, oh wait, can you talk about Tyler stepping out the platform in his HOH? Wait, hold on. Remind me. Oh, you're talking about like in the HOH comp? I don't know. I think it's more of a conspiracy thing. But yeah. Oh, so I am facing Ton this week, so that's interesting. And Charles says, I hope Scotty's brought back on All-Stars. I think he's got a good shot at All-Stars. It's about time for an All-Star season. And I hate to say that because I really want to be on, you know, we need to make hashtag BB for BB happen. Put it in chat, you know, feel free to, you know, tweet that all the time, hashtag BB for BB. Because we need me on Big Brother, man. I'm ready. How cool would it be if you guys were the OGs and you were on here every week with Charlie and probably Rick talking about how their best friend is on Big Brother and breaking down my game. And then you guys could be on here and be like, Brady's the worst. You guys are terrible for being his friend because I'll be America's most hated player for some reason. But Tyler needs to be careful of a showman. Level 6 is about to turn on each other. Yep. Tyler and Angela are about to be blindsided. Double eviction. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I love Tyler. He's playing the best game. But Celebrity Big Brother US 2 is also coming. Yep. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me, guys. I appreciate it. I didn't do like all the crazy amounts of tags this week. So you guys, you 18 that are watching right now, we've had like over 50, 60 watching concurrent over the past like couple weeks. I've been like loading up the tags, trying to get as many people in here as possible. This week, I wanted it to be like chill. I wanted you guys that are always in here. Charles, I know you're new, so make sure you subscribe. Anyone that's watching, make sure you subscribe, right? And click the bell so you know when we go live. And until next time, guys, ready for some football. See ya.